They're charging too much for these tiny home rentals. Way too much. Jumpy, did you look at the podtainer? He might be working out. Is she smoking? What is she doing? I think it's pretty obvious. Ugh. Well, you two aren't married. Maybe you should hit her up. Widowed? Oh, I'm sorry. No, I don't. Don't even make up stuff about me. Well, I mean, he typed it. I just meant I wouldn't say it again. I mean, outside of your presence, unless you brought it up. There's nobody talking. Of course they're reading local chats. Yeah, she does. 13, did you look at the podtainer? Were you here for that? If you have a window streaming device,
Yeah.
show the video.
Podtainer. No, I wasn't here for that.
Yeah, it's a tiny house that I want to build. That's it right there. It would cost about 30,000 US to build. The problem is getting the well and septic, stuff like that. But ideally, what you would do is just buy a piece of land suitable for like a 3-perk home, meaning like a household of 3 or 4, and rent them. Like make 3, build 3, and rent them and share the same services. And the 2 you rented, you would just have utilities included.
Where are you going to put it?
I'd probably put it in California or Colorado.
Right. What's the rental on the land, though, for that?
Well, you wouldn't be renting the land. I would own the land and be
All
renting
right.
the units.
All right.
But the total build value would be like approximately 90,000 without the sewer and septic. But with the sewer and septic, it would add an additional 60,000 approximately. So you're looking at about $150,000 build, but you'd get $1,500 a month in income approximately if utilities were included.
What's regular house pricing like in California?
Well, it would be cheaper in Colorado.
All
Regular
right.
housing without a yard, like an apartment, is about 1,600. If you're in a city, like in a cheap place,
Right.
it's about as cheap as it gets. You'd be able to charge more rents in California. I'm going by Colorado prices.
Right.
And I would build them like in a kind of like a square position, like 2 side by side with the space in between, and then the other one facing, perpendicular,
Yeah.
and then have a courtyard in the middle for to let dogs out. So it'd be like have a dog park too,
Yeah.
like a little fenced in area for dogs. Yorkie's being really quiet today. You hungry? You want some food? You ate really early. You want some lunch? You want some lunch or something? I think she's hungry. I think that little girl's hungry. 7,000, whatever. Ugh. I've got to feed the puppy, smart ass. Ugh. Okay. Just ready for some food. Just ready for some food. Just hungry. Little girl's hungry. Little girl's hungry. Right here. Right here. Right here. Hungry girl. Hungry girl. She's a hungry girl. She's hungry. Watch your head. There you go. Here's your food. Standing like a show dog. Oh God, I feel terrible. Gotta let her eat. Eat your food. So I have a little life hack. If you have a dog in your room that's a puppy that can't go outside yet, even if you have scented garbage bags, line the inside of the garbage bag with Febreze. Traps those odors in, buddy. It's helped immensely. In fact, I wouldn't even buy scented garbage bags ever again. I would just do that. Spray your trash bin liner or trash bin, and then just spray the inside of your garbage bag, and you're saving yourself some money. Life hack. Or any natural deodorizer you want to use, or medical grade. That's all you're gonna eat? Not gonna finish it? I gave you a little extra, but I think you should finish it. I think you should finish it. You should finish that food. You wasteful little pooper. You wasteful little pooper. You're being wasteful. All right. Sometimes she gobbles it all down. Sometimes she's like, nah, I'll just leave a little in there. Wasteful little pooper.
Hi, Zane, it's Frank.
What's up?
Not a whole bunch. What are you up to?
Just fed the dog. I don't feel very good today.
All right, I'll leave you alone.
Oh, no, not like emotionally upset. Like, I've got stomach aches, so I can talk. All right. Not, oh, she's totally dropped it. Deuce, don't you eat that. Don't you dare. Good girl. Ah, saw that. Good girl, honey. Ooh, this is getting old. Be glad we can go outside.
Everybody's out watching NASCAR or something, I guess. I don't know. Did you watch NASCAR today? Changed a lot. The last time I watched NASCAR was in the 70s. The Indianapolis 500 was in the 70s. And boy, the technology has sure changed. They got a car. They got like 10 cars, 10 cameras in each car. Just struck me. It struck me as being what a change in technology. We have some new, it's early in the UK, right? It's early in the UK. We have some new players. Let's see what we can do here. Let's give it a try. I gotta go out in the garage here in a minute, but let's give it a try. Don't know why I'm so tired. It's hot here. Fuck, it got hot. I piss and moan about it being cold and damp and gray, but the whole family went out to the ocean coast, the beach today, fogged in completely. Hottest day of the year so far, and You go to the beach and it's fogged in, but that's the way it is in the Pacific Northwest.
Shows how bad I am. I had a second instance of firestorm running in the background,
Yeah.
and I kept trying to log on because I didn't know couldn't figure out why I didn't have voice.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that happens. That happens. All right.
But yet
What
I had a
British
perfectly good
royal?
instance
What
of firestorm
what
running.
British royal was dubbed Fish Face by his wife? You good UK question. Who was Fish Face? Dubbed by his wife.
Lars.
I can't hear you. Get closer.
It was a joke.
Prince Charles. What childhood disease did 312 Americans have in 1993, a record low? No, that's the incorrect answer. Hell is not the right answer. The measles. Did we have this card yesterday? I think we did. Let's move on. It'll happen. What awards founded in 1901 are funded with the help of the Bank of Sweden? Do we need to reread the question? Or you guys all just stoned out of your minds? I mean, read the question. What awards founded in 1901 are funded with the help of the Bank of Sweden? Nobody. Okay. He invented the same guy that the award is named after the guy that invented dynamite. And then he felt so bad because it was so harmful that they started the what prize? The Nobel Peace Prize. Do sports on that one. Let's keep going. What drink do Mexicans traditionally offer to deceased family members on the Day of the Dead? Wow, that's a fucked up question. What drink do Mexicans traditionally offer to deceased family members on the Day of the Dead? I got a couple people blocked. So let me block this guy. I don't know why he's blocked. Rarely block people, but he must have been a bad boy at some point. Unblock. There we go. That guy's blocked over there too. He probably wants to play as well. Unblock him as long as he's not playing music through his mic. We're getting a unblock. Okay, here we go. That's funny. This is a dumbass question, but it's a question. What planet did Jimmy Carter mistake for a UFO?
Okay.
And those of you that have played with me before, you know the question is, the answer
No.
is, if I ask a planet question, your answer is Uranus. That's it. The only thing. Doesn't matter. It was Venus.
Hey.
I hear somebody in the background, but maybe I need to turn my mic up. Oh, let me turn that up. Okay. I got a button on the side of my headset that lets me turn it up. Okay, that's max volume. Hey Jude was a 1968 hit for what group?
No.
Hey Jude was a
No
1968
biting.
hit for what group?
Gentle.
Beatles, girl. Beatles is correct. Meg got it. Meg got it correctly. Name the White Star
Gentle.
Line unsinkable
Gentle.
steamship that sank on April 14th, 1912. Titanic. Saber got it. Saber, she knows everything. We already know this. Titanic. Okay. Let's keep going because I just have too much fun. I gotta go play outside for a while, but I'll figure out what I'm gonna do there. Who is Mary Bromfield, better known as? I have no idea. Mary Bromfield. No, nobody's gonna know that. Comic book question. Mary Marvel. We had this question before, and we talked about Maurice Chevalier, who was apparently a pervert. Kind of like, what's that song by Aqualung? No, Aqualung by, who's saying Aqualung? Jethro Tull. Jethro Tull. Who played the leading role in the 1958 movie Gigi? Not who you might think it be. No, too hard. Go back to the easy ones. Leslie Caron. I have no idea who Leslie Caron is, but that's what it says. I was watching Barbra Streisand. That's a good guess, but it's wrong. I don't know. I got to go watch the movie. Apparently about a French child molester. Best I can tell from what people are telling me. I haven't seen it. I probably have seen it, but I just haven't seen it in a long, long time. What name did American writer Samuel Longhorn Clements write under? Good question. I can't repeat the question. What pen name was Samuel Clements? Was his pen name? It wasn't Barbra Streisand. Mark Twain. Saber got it. God damn it. God damn it. Let's move over here. So I figured out that because I found this old TV channel with this everything you need to know. You learn from either. I said that the other night. Anybody got one of those Dyson fans? Because I got this fan blowing. It's so hot, but it sounds like a goddamn aircraft carrier landing in my backyard. Anybody got one of those Dyson fans? Did they really work? Silent fans? Yeah. Let me ask this question because it's a fan question, and we're on a fan. How do fans make the air colder? Google that one. No, you can't Google it. How do fans make the air colder? Yes, Meg. Kind of a trick question. Saber, you want to chime in on that one? How do fans make air colder? Okay. Well, this is not a card, but they don't make the air colder. They blow on your skin, which evaporates your perspiration, and it makes you feel colder. Fans don't make cold. I just move air. All they do. As opposed to a air conditioner, which does actually make cold. Well, it doesn't make cold. How does an air conditioner work? What does an air conditioner do? I don't know why I'm such a rant today. How does an air conditioner make your room colder?
You are every day.
How does an air conditioner make your room colder? How does an air conditioner make your room colder? Basic scientific principle, and it kind of goes back to the fan question, actually. I dropped my reading glass there. Air conditioners do not make cold. That's a very important part because they think they do, but they don't. Air conditioners move heat. They move it from the inside of your house to the outside of your house. They're basically a heat pump, or like a refrigerator. How do refrigerators make cold? They don't make cold. They move the heat from the refrigerator box to the inside your house. Just the way it works. Same. It goes back to the fan question. Right now, go lick your arm. Lick your arm with your tongue, and you'll feel that it's colder. That's evaporation. That's how refrigeration works. That's how air conditioners work. Evaporation. Because when a liquid turns into a gas, it leaves behind some kind of, I don't know. I recognize the word. No, they haven't used Freon or an air conditioner in 25 since the goddamn hole in the ozone layer shit that we had to do. That was a question, but how do they work, Saber? I already explained it all to you. Okay, next question. We're moving on. I sounded southern there, y'all. Y'all, we're moving on. What country was compromised by the Munich Pact, signed in 1938? The Munich Pact. Czechoslovakia. So I got that's what I got to do. I ordered the rolling log mousetrap. You got to Google that. I'm not going to send you a link, but if you live in a country, you got to get your rolling log mousetrap. How many dishes of fettuccine Alfredo?
It's a better mousetrap.
Next question, please. Is that what I heard? All right, here we go.
Gun.
Oh, I don't know about this one, but I'm going to ask it. What TV show star subsided on a diet of mullet and butterfish? Oh, good question. What TV star survived on mullet and butterfish?
No one cares.
Subsided, not subsided. No, subsided. What I said. You either know the answer or you don't answer. Don't correct me because that gets me wanked up. Subsided. You subside on something. You subside on food. Am I wrong, Saber? Subside means to stop. Subside means to stop. So what was the word? Subsisted. How about subsisted? Is that right? Subsisted. Thank you for correcting my bad English. What? But that doesn't answer the question. What TV show star subsisted on a diet of mullet and butterfish? Boy, the timer's extended here really bad today. The lag must be bad. How about Flipper? They call him Flipper. Thanks for correcting my English. What Frenchman told his troops to fire at the nose of the Great Sphinx for target practice? I think this is bullshit. I don't think this is really that true, but I'll read it. I read it. It's too late now. What Frenchman? The French guy. Yeah, well, he was French, but that's not the right answer. I don't know if that's true or not. It could be. We don't know about this stuff. Napoleon.
Yeah, Napoleon.
What Red Sox great? I'm sorry. What Red Sox great? I can't read that. It's too multilingual for me. We're gonna keep going. So, did you watch NASCAR today? God damn it! What is CNBC short for? CNBC. CNBC. I wouldn't have got that. Wow. I watch CNBC too because it's got the profit on it and What does CAC stand for? Nobody. What am I? It's too hard? Am I being too hard today? No, just for the record, it stands for Consumer News and Business Channel. That's a good question. You know, because I live in a kind of a logging community, and we can't. All our logging businesses have gone out of business because they can't compete. What nation in the Western Hemisphere is the world's largest exporter of forest products? Canada's correct there. I tell that story. There used to be this company that I worked for called ISIS. I don't know what it stood for, but they measured logs. Great people, great company, but their name was ISIS. So you Google ISIS again, and that just killed them. I don't even know what ISIS stood for back then, but yeah. You know why we can't compete anymore? Because they sold all the freaking logs to China. We can't. They pay more for our logs than American pay for.
Dirty yellow skins.
Yeah, 30 no, the Japanese. Let's not get on and rant on about the Japanese because my mother hates the Japanese. But that's true. We can't. Our logging companies can't compete with China because they just buy the logs. They put them on big ships here. They load the logs up on big ships, ship them back to China, and I don't know what they do with them, but that's true. We can't buy a log to cut down into a board anymore. That's true. What building toys are found? I got a good guess on this. In every 3 U.S. households with kids under 14. I want to say Lego too, Saber. Lego's correct. No, I was going to say building blocks, or those little letter blocks, but Lego's going to be right. What H word do advocates for legalization of most often used instead of marijuana? H word for marijuana. Kind of obvious. What is the H word for marijuana? Anybody? Come on. I don't know. Hemp. We had that question. What's that do? Hemp is correct. Well, I got it, but I think I gave the answer out. What was the? And somebody might know this. You know, I don't know. I don't know what your fetishes are. What was the first rap group to appear on American Bandstand? That would have to be like the first rap group ever. That's correct. Saber. Damn. It just amazes me what, do you really know that, or are you just cheating somehow? How would you know that, Run DMC? She knows everything. You either want her on her team. Was a guess. All right, Run DMC. What basketball team was the first in Major League Sports to be named for an insect? Hornets. Oh, fuck. I give up. I can't do it anymore. I got to go outside for a while. Hornets is correct. The Charleston Hornets. What word from Lost Horizon? No idea. It's a book question. I don't do books. Did James Hilton introduce in the English language in 1933? Lost Horizon, I think, is a key word now. Lost Horizon. Nobody? Shangri-La. Shangri-La. Oh, that's a good question. What trumpeter led all the other jazz musicians in Ed Sullivan's show appearances? What trumpeter led all the other jazz musicians? It was Armstrong. That's correct. I can't take it much more, Saber. I mean, what do you got? You got a bank of computers? You're like the UNIVAC 500. But I've never faulted you, and I never questioned your knowledge. So we'll keep going. Trumpeter is the instant association with something in your brain. How many feet deep? I think we read this one before, but I use my brain. How many feet deep is the average grave? 6. Put 6 feet under. That's been in so many songs and so many lyrics. Put me 6 feet under. Why do they bury him 6 feet? So they don't stink or come back up? Or why do we bury bodies in the first place? In India, they burn them, don't they, right? They have these big burning places where they burn dead bodies. Yeah. That's what they do with their dead in India. I'd rather be burned. I don't want to be buried in a box 6 feet under with the goddamn worms crawling through my eyeballs. I'd rather be buried bodies turned to soap. Oh man, I don't want to give myself away here, but you gotta Google. Now let me send that directly to Saber. Can I say to you and I am? Because um, type an email message here. I can spell it correctly. All right. With that message sent, and I don't expect a reply, but yeah, that's called soapified. What do insects? No, God damn it! Let's repeat. Which state in New England was the first to declare slavery illegal? And it's a good guess, but incorrect. Massachusetts. What was the song by the Bee Gees? Didn't the Bee Gees sing about Massachusetts? I'm going home. They wrote a song about a place they'd never been to. They just liked the name. I'll be going home to Massachusetts. Boy. Which land animal drinks the most water? Xanadu. Xanadu. Elephant. That's correct. In Xanadu. Where is Xanadu? Xanadu is from a poem by the Lost Garden of Xanadu. It's a lost garden. It's a forbidden fruit is Xanadu. It's a lost temple of taboo or something like that, right? It's a poem. Yeah, it's a poem. By who wrote the poem? Xanadu. And Olivia Newton-John sure looked good on roller skates in that white skirt. Anyway. What is the nickname for a full moon nearest the autumnal equinox? That's right. That's right, Saber. Xanadu. Great poem. Really? Big Culverts? I don't know. What was the name for the first full moon nearest the autumnal equinox? Autumnal equinox would be when the sun's at its lowest point and unfinished. It was an unfinished poem? Really? I gotta Google that. Strawberry is incorrect. Well, no wait, that could be the color of the moon. Harvest moon. Good guess, Nick. Good guess. Harvest moon. What sports did a college athlete originally have to play to be a four-letterman? Oh. So we say football is one. What are the other? What are the other three? If you're four-letterman, you have to play all four sports in high school. Basketball, I'll take that. Track, okay. Saber got it. Damn it, as she always does. Okay. I don't know why I complain about that. It's cool that you're playing, so I'm sorry if I'm. Good question. Who penned half the best-selling children's books in U.S. history? That should be easy. Dr. Says.
Woo! It's hot outside.
Yeah, I know it's hot outside. Shit, we got hot here in America.
It was fucking rainy yesterday. Now it's like boiling hot. Jesus.
Right.
Christ.
You can't go out. You know, my family went out to the beach today, and it's beautiful. 85, but out at the beach it's all fogged in. No sun at all. That's the way it works. All right, we're gonna move on. Saber's playing. I love her competition.
You literally
What?
change avatars like every time I see you.
I have a few. I look at the shop. What did Miss Doubtfire win? Let's reread this question because I'm not so sure. What did Miss Doubtfire win its sole Oscar nomination for? Oh, that's an okay. So, okay, come on. Who's doing that? That spot? Okay, it was that spot. All right. The question was, makeup. Saber, come on. Nobody knows the answer to that. No, she knows the answer. She's got stuff. I can see her. She's got all these trivia questions pasted all over the wall, like that Robert De Niro movie. So she just looks up and finds the answer. I don't. I can see that though. I can't picture that. I'll have to do that. What Olympic event has runners wearing shoes and with purple?
100K sprint.
Try again. Good guess. Good guess, young man. What Olympic event has runners wearing shoes with perforations to allow for drainage?
The 4K run.
The key word is drainage. Why would they need? What Olympic sport do you need to drain your shoes in? Triathlon. Good guess. Saber's holding back. Okay. How about the steeplechase? I don't know.
The fuck is that?
That's where you jump over the hurdles into water pools and don't.
But that's not running though.
Well, that's Olympic sport.
Oh,
You jump
the
over the
hurdles. The hurdles.
Hurdles
Okay.
into water pools. You have to jump over the water pool.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be a steeplechase. What? Oh, no. I'm not going to ask that one. We're going to keep going. I do got to go outside here in a little bit because it's a beautiful day. What segment of the TV industry receives the ACE Award? No idea. No Googling. Good guess. Good guess. Comedy. It says
Opera.
Cable. News. Good guess. And I love it the way Saber doesn't answer unless she knows she's right. I love that too. If she answers, she knows she's right.
Hey, all my answers are right in my world.
In my world. What do you call the offspring of a male tiger and we did that one. Female lion. A liger. Yeah, correct. I don't know why I don't know why I'm getting repeats here. Oh, because we did the science questions. These are the only ones I can read off here are science. All right, these are repeats. I was going to make up a question. I started making up my own questions, but I thought about something. Who rode 6 White Horses?
Marin, never mind.
6 white horses. She'll be riding 6 white horses when she comes. Good question. I bait up there. Nobody knows. Okay. 6 white horses when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Maybe there is no person on the 6 white horses. Maybe that's why it's a good question. I don't know. Made it up.
It's a kids thing. It's
Song,
like,
but is there really a name of the person riding the 6 white horses? Any Oakland? I don't know. Oh, Ida wants to tell me. No, Ida.
It's a song like "Ring Around the Rosies." It's a
poem. It's a
folklore.
child's poem. No.
Yeah.
Ida wants to teleport me, but I just can't do it. Hold on just a second. Let me just take a second and politely bow out. Sometimes you just have to politely bow out. Oh, Ida.
I wanted to know the answer to that. I really
Okay.
don't know.
I don't know either. Is there really a name to who's riding the 6 white? She'll be coming around the mountain. She comes.
I don't think there is in the whole song.
I don't think there is anybody. I think he's just singing about she's just singing about what he wants to see. It's a fantasy. It's like that song in the sky, like Ghost Riders in the Sky. Okay, I don't have the answer, and the more I think about it, I'll have to go watch it. But who wrote Ghost Riders in the Sky? Get back to nearby chat here. I got a couple IMs going on here. Close that. Back. Okay, sorry. Got to deal with. You got to deal with friends and family. I don't know why we're getting repeats. Oh, I know why we're getting repeats because I got to go over here. I got to get one of those Dyson stands because according to the commercial, and I'm loving my
Horses of the Apocalypse, Saber. It's like 5 or 7. I think it's 5.
How many horses are in there in Apocalypse?
There's 5 horses of the Apocalypse, not 6.
Don't argue with Saber. Don't argue with her. Just don't argue. Don't go down that road. She'll just kick your ass all the way down the road.
There's 5 horses of the Apocalypse.
I would love to have Saber as a neighbor because we would just go at it every 2 seconds. All right, we're moving on. Jesus.
Oh,
but
the
no, there's nobody
right.
in the.
Okay, you're right.
Whoa. Saber admitted she was wrong. So slow down here. Slow the fuck down.
Horses, why don't you? Make it confusing. I meant myself right there.
Saber admitted she was wrong. That's the first. Okay, here we go.
I admit it. I was wrong. I was arguing with
Good job.
Saber.
Good for. What port? I'm sorry. What Polish
Saber,
port?
You're wrong, apparently.
Don't rub it in. No mashies or anything like that. What Polish port is the sister city of Gdynia? No idea. And I'm Polish, so I should know that. Nobody else? All right. What band leader had 3 tunes in the first top 10 Billboard chart in 1940? Oh, what was the answer to that question? Sorry. It's Gdynia. 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 1940s band leader. 1940s band leader had the song. Take a guess, Saber. Come on, you can do it. 1940s band leader. Glenn Miller? Maybe. What nation?
Benny, do you know your ass cheeks have invisible lines on it?
Here's a good question. 2 answered it. Glenn Miller was correct. Well, 2. 2's good. He's a good player. 2's very smart. Nice to see you, 2. I love his name. I had to go Google his name because I asked him what that meant. Like a great player. What nation saw 140,000 of its refugees housed at Fort Chaffee, Arkansas? Japan's correct. Saber got it. Damn it. God damn it. That would be the internment camps where we rounded up all the Japanese. Yeah. Japan. Yep. Japan's correct. Round those little bastards. I see the Japanese guy won the Indy 500 today with his goddamn Honda. Fucking bastards. I do have a thing about Japan. My mother hated the Japanese. I said that before. She hated them because they attacked us.
Honda's
For no-
rule.
They just attacked us for no reason. They thought they'd jump in and maybe get a piece of it. But my mother just hated Japanese. What country manufactured 110 cars in 1947?
Germany.
Volkswagen.
Japan, it says. I've seen in the news, India's got the cheapest littlest car ever. It's called a something. They just put that in there. What Cowboys ranch did Val Kilmer grow on? So, did I read that incorrect? No, that's correct. What Cowboys ranch did Val Kilmer grow up on? I only I gotta throw this out. I love throwing shit out. My in-laws had this couch that was made from horns and red leather, and it came from the house of the answer to this question.
Roy Rogers.
Roy Rogers is correct. Good job. Yep. And they did. They had this Roy Rogers couch, and they were so proud of that. It was a piece of shit, man. It looked ugly. But they loved
Do you
it.
want me to tell Dad that he can get a plate of food? You did, Ella?
What type of number describes the
Didn't go-
ratio?
I was a smart ass to him. He didn't walk in the kitchen.
All right. Keep going.
Cause he, the other day he told me to go to my room. So as soon as he walked in, I said, "Go to bed, go to your room." But I was joking, and he laughed, but he still didn't walk in there.
This is an interesting
So
question.
he hasn't seen it.
What type of tragedy do the numbers 191, 007, 103, and 800 have in common?
Good girl,
Good guess, 2-4. Good guess.
Good girl. Good girl. She's so good. She's so
Airplane
good.
crashes.
Aww.
Why don't you take your
I'm
dogs outside,
sorry.
Zone, and go for a walk with them?
Thought my mic was off. I really apologize for that. I just walked in and saw that my bars are going crazy. I am so sorry.
Take your dogs for a walk. What European country most commonly last name is Martin? Oh, I'm sorry. In what European country is the most common last name Martin? I guess Germany's a good guess, Saber. Incorrect. Good guess. Just think of European countries. Martin. Dean Martin. Where's Dean Martin from?
Italy.
France. What John Belushi screen character? Oh God, this is a great question. Watarsky. that's
Uncle
incorrect.
Buck.
No, she's on the right track, but she jumped in too quick. Let me finish the question. What John Belushi screen character has his name tattooed on his knuckles? One of my favorite movies.
Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers, correct. Yeah, good job. Jake and Elwood, the Blues Brothers. Boy, it's too bad that those guys. He had tattoos all over his. They got out of prison, and they had Jake and Elwood tattooed on their knuckles. Never get a tattoo on your knuckle because that'll look fucked up, or in your face. I have a couple tattoos, but you gotta keep it private. Jake and Elwood. What D word was described in a Vietnam War slang as the big PX in the sky? D word. big PX. Oh, you went to a PX. I get it.
Dank.
I'm going to the big PX in the sky. Which is post exchanges are cons. Have you ever been to one?
The Nang?
Oh, good guess. Death. Death is the big PX in the sky.
Okay.
Have you ever been to a PX? It's a confidence
Yes.
track. They sold them credit, and I went to my son joined the Air Force, and I went to and they were so excited about it because you go out with PX and everything's cheaper. That's bullshit. It's business raping our military is what a PX is.
Well, you used to be able to get good deals years ago, but
Yeah.
not anymore.
No, not anymore. It's a con, and you got to get your what do they call a credit card? Oh, you can put it on credit. What basketball team has lost the World Series a record 12 times? Basketball team. I'm sorry about that one. Toss that question.
Would someone put that up for free? It's so good.
I know, I agree. They
The
actually have
Knicks.
a Zora one from Twilight
The Knicks, a good
Princess.
guess.
Child Zora and adult Zora for free.
I lost the question.
Yeah.
That happens.
Want me to send you some links to that?
What city subway system the early birds boasts the most stations in the world?
New York.
Said London too, sir. I would have said London too. New York's correct. Whose father dies in a brothel in Mark Twain's original handwritten manuscript? Book version. I have no idea. I'm not a book reader. But...
Tom Sawyer's.
Oh, it's very good. Who was his father? What was his son's name? Let me reread the question. Whose father dies in a brothel in Mark Twain's original handwritten manuscript? Whose father? Huckleberry Finn.
Oh, okay.
Who
Yeah,
did
Tom's right.
Who did Israel's prime minister? I'm sorry. Who did Israel's prime minister David Ben, whatever his name is, call the only man in my cabinet? That's a good question.
Huh?
The only man on my cabinet. Golda Meir. All right, here we go. We're back to science. Everybody likes science. Science is easy for most of us. I'm surprised that we like science so well because everybody seems to know their science. What test tube process has the acronym for IVF? Xavier's going to be all over this one, or she went and took a nap.
Well, anytime I worked with a test tube, it was more like a big explosion.
Yeah. Hook up a capacitor backwards. What test tube process is the acronym for IVF? In vitro fertilization, maybe?
No.
Who kills the cricket with a mallet in Carlo Codonia's original Pinocchio story? Who kills the cricket with a mallet?
Geppetto.
Good guess. There's only two characters. It was Pinocchio. Geppetto was a good guess, but it's Pinocchio. I don't remember that part of the movie, but it wasn't a movie. It was a storybook. Back in the old days, they had stories. What Chinese city is named because it's a synonym for kidnapping? First, you got to know what a synonym is, and then you got to know a Chinese city. Beijing. Good job, too. Nothing correct. Beijing. It's a synonym for kidnapping. I was wrong. Two didn't get it. It's a synonym. What's a synonym? It's a word that means the same, right? It means the same as kidnapping was the question. Chinese city that means the same as kidnapping. I'm just gonna wait for this. Hong Kong. How about Shanghai? That's what I wanted to say. Good question. British measurement question. How many pecks are there in a bushel? No idea. I want to say 100.
I don't know, but how many peck could Peter peck if Peter could peck pecks?
That was so wrong. How many pecks in a bushel? Because that's how they measure shit in England. Peck in a bushel. I have no idea.
12.
It says 4. Good guess. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck? Oh, Jesus, I can't even do it either. How much wood?
How many wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
A peck. Who named his only son Hamlet? No, I'm sorry. No, it's not incorrect. I asked it wrong. I read, which I do. Who named their only son Hammett? There's no L in there.
Mickey Spillane.
Harnett, I think it said. William Shakespeare. Did William Shakespeare really have a son? Anybody? What wood are the swords made of in the Japanese sport kendo? That was a tough one.
Bamboo.
Bamboo. Good. Yep, Japanese wood. That's all they've got over there. Good job. Good job. That's a way to think it out and just make it simple. What nation admitted in 1991 that its clocks have been off an hour for over 61 years?
Switzerland.
Good guess.
Damn them cuckoos.
The Soviet Union. Wow.
That's probably because they stole their watches from Switzerland.
Probably still watching. They just lost track of time. What must a meteor do to become a meteorite?
Enter our atmosphere.
I'll take that. Reach your surface. What northern nation's geyser-heated soil allows it to grow bananas? Really? What northern nation's geyser-heated soil allows it to grow bananas?
Washington?
Iceland. It was right.
Oh, Iceland.
Iceland. I didn't know they grew ice. Though they call it Iceland, it's really a pretty green land. Greenland is
Well,
frozen.
they did that. They had Iceland and Greenland. Greenland was actually nasty, and Iceland was actually nice.
Yeah. Why did they name them incorrectly?
Because they didn't want the Vikings coming.
Hey, we've been to Iceland. It's a terrible place. What's the most common surname of Hispanic origin in the United States?
Gomez.
Surname is your last name. Julio.
Oh, okay.
Julio.
Rodriguez.
Oh, Rodriguez is correct. Good job. Rodriguez. Rodriguez is right. Rodriguez. So the next time I'm gonna go to Subway and get a sandwich, I'm gonna guess that his last name is Rodriguez. Okay. How many of every 10 cats will survive a 6-story fall?
All.
It's simpler. 9. 9. You got it. 9. Cats have 9 lives, so every 10 cats. How many of every 10 people keep gloves on? Oh, okay. This is a good question. How many of every 10 people keep gloves in their glove compartment?
2.
It's close. But... 0. Okay. I don't put gloves in my glove compartment. I put my pens in there, and I put my driver's license and my Kleenex. Nobody has gloves, but I can see where it came from. It's good, like that. What was that movie? Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Where they had a glove compartment. Yeah. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. All right, I gotta actually get him outside. I got
Most
him.
of those people have never heard about it.
No. This is gonna be the last one for the next 15 minutes or so, because I gotta go outside and sit in the sun. How many of it? Oh, there we go.
He's got to go pee.
No, I gotta go outside and sit in the sun. Oh, because it's a beautiful day here. Oh, when we get sun and no wind. What name is given to the 3 wars Rome fought with Carthagia? Sabres are probably going to correct me on the pronunciation of that. But
Could you repeat the question, please?
what name is given to the 3 wars Rome fought with Carthage? No idea. Okay. Too complex? Too hard?
Kardashians?
The Kardashians. The Kardashian word. I haven't looked at my Bitcoin today, but it was. I gotta get my bank. Did I tell you about I bought a Bitcoin? It was up to in literally 4 days. It made me $800.
Yeah,
But
and
I
if you'd
don't-
bought them when they started and bought $500 worth, you'd
Right.
be a multimillionaire.
You know, yeah. So I'm working on. You go to Shift. What the hell's the name of that? And you get a debit card, and you just use your. It's your bank account for your Bitcoin. Anyway, and you can take your debit card out and go buy a Jiffy Lube or a Wendy's with your Bitcoin.
Yeah, we all should have bought Microsoft.
That's true. Except I hate those bastards. What
Well, so do
condiment?
I, but, you know.
What condiment is depicted at the bottom on the label on a Heinz ketchup bottle? What condiment is depicted?
Tomato.
That's a good guess. And I'll have now. Next time I go out into the store, I'll have to look at Heinz ketchup bottle. It says pickle, and maybe they did. Maybe that's one thing they have on every one of their labels. What were first attached to seaworthy vessels in the Aegean Sea in 2000 BC? That's a good question.
In what year?
Lifeboats, sabers and lifeboats, in way back when, 2000 BC.
Oh, okay. Rudders?
Sails.